The leaked text messages between Taylor Swift and Blake Lively have finally exposed the calculating reality behind Hollywood's most famous friendship. For years, we have seen them laughing in the stands at Chiefs games and posing for curated birthday photos. But new court documents filed in January 2026 suggest their bond was less about shared secrets and more about strategic alliances. What began as a legal battle between Blake Lively and her director Justin Baldoni has spiraled into a PR nightmare for Taylor Swift, revealing private exchanges that many fans are calling the behavior of mean girls. According to unsealed filings from January 20, 2026, these messages show a version of Taylor that her publicists have worked decades to hide. We are seeing a high-stakes power play where friends are referred to as dragons and coworkers are dismissed with brutal insults. The common narrative is that Taylor is the ultimate girl's girl, a loyal friend who stands by her circle no matter what. But the reality surfacing in Manhattan federal court suggests a much more transactional dynamic. In this video, we're going to answer the 3 questions everyone is asking. Why did Taylor get dragged into a lawsuit she had nothing to do with? How did her private advice to Blake actually help fuel a $400 million legal war? And what was the final straw that led Taylor to reportedly change her number and cut ties this week? We have mapped out the timelines, analyzed the unsealed texts, and consulted with PR strategists to show you how the world's biggest pop star became a pawn in a movie set feud. This isn't just about a disagreement over a movie edit. This is about the structural integrity of the Swift brand and the internal mechanics of a celebrity inner circle that functions more like a corporate board of directors than a group of best friends. According to the unsealed records, the most shocking revelations start with how Taylor and Blake allegedly coordinated to undermine Justin Baldoni. Per a report by The Independent on January 23, 2026, the documents reveal that Taylor was advising Blake on how to leverage her fame to seize control of the film It Ends With Us. In one message, Taylor reportedly told Blake that if Justin were strategic, he would have kept Taylor's music out of the trailer because her involvement gave Blake more power over the film, not him. This wasn't just a friend giving advice. This was a billionaire business mogul explaining how to use a 14-time Grammy winner's brand as a weapon in a professional dispute. The receipts show a calculated mapping of influence that many fans find difficult to reconcile with Taylor's public persona of effortless grace. The payout here is clear. Taylor wasn't an innocent bystander. She was a consultant in a workplace coup. This evidence refutes the official statement from Taylor's team, which claimed she had no involvement in casting or creative decisions. While she may not have been on set, the texts show she was deep in the trenches of the strategy, acting as a shadow producer for her friend's project. This level of interference has massive legal implications for the ongoing lawsuit regarding creative interference and breach of contract. But even as they plotted together, the cracks in their own friendship were already forming under the weight of this mutual ambition. Per court filings, the drama truly escalated when Taylor realized her name was being used as a threat. According to testimony reported by the Economic Times, Blake allegedly referred to Taylor and her husband Ryan Reynolds as her dragons in a text to Baldoni. The implication was clear: if you cross me, you cross them. Sources close to Swift told Radar Online that Taylor was deeply unhappy about being used as leverage in this manner. She reportedly felt used for her clout rather than valued for her friendship. This brings us to the most shocking point of the entire saga: the moment the mentor turned on the student. By late 2024, the tension reached a breaking point. While the public saw them as inseparable at the Super Bowl and various premieres, the unsealed texts from December 4, 2024 show Blake checking in with Taylor, admitting she felt like a bad friend for being consumed by her legal issues. Taylor's response was uncharacteristically cold. She told Blake that her recent texts felt like reading a mass corporate email sent to 200 employees. According to the filing, Taylor explicitly said she missed her dark, normal friend and felt distanced by Blake's constant use of the word "we," referring to her legal team and PR machine. Taylor's frustration highlights a growing divide between the two women, one who was navigating a career crisis and another who felt her friend was becoming a liability to her own carefully curated image. The payout of this exchange is the realization that even Taylor Swift has a limit for Hollywood phoniness. Despite the public displays of unity, Taylor was already pulling away, feeling that the person she once trusted had turned into a walking press release. This explains why the subsequent subpoena in May 2025 felt like a total betrayal. When Baldoni's lawyers called Taylor to testify, she was officially part of the mess she had tried to avoid. She wasn't just a friend anymore. She was a witness. This transformed the friendship from a private bond into a public legal liability, forcing Taylor to choose her loyalty to Blake and the protection of her own global empire. As the legal war intensified, the public perception of Taylor began to shift in a way she hadn't experienced since 2016. Per TMZ on January 22, 2026, fans began flooding the Instagram comments of Taylor's fiancé, Travis Kelce. The narrative shifted from Taylor the victim to Taylor the mean girl. One comment with thousands of likes compared Taylor and Blake to the Regina Georges of Hollywood, accusing them of conspiring to destroy an innocent man's career. This backlash is a rare moment where the Swift shield failed to protect her. Fans pointed to the unsealed texts where Taylor referred to Baldoni as a bitch who had gotten out his tiny violin, to a story about his past trauma. This specific language shocked even her most ardent supporters, appearing to mock a sensitive subject involving domestic violence awareness, which the film was supposed to champion. The payout is a massive hit to Taylor's reputation. For a star who has built a brand on being the relatable underdog, these texts paint her as a powerful insider mocking someone's vulnerability. This is likely why Taylor took the drastic step reported by Rob Shooter on January 24, 2026, of changing her phone number and initiating a full reset. Insiders claim she needed to reclaim control and ensure that her circle was actually tight, not just a collection of people looking for leverage. By changing her number, she sent a clear signal to Blake and the rest of her inner circle. The era of open access is over. This scorched earth policy is a hallmark of the Swift playbook when things get too messy for comfort. The financial and professional stakes here are astronomical. We're looking at a $400 million lawsuit where Taylor's influence is a central argument. Baldoni's team argued that Blake used her connection to Taylor to hijack the film's creative direction and force unauthorized edits. Per the court docs, Taylor even reviewed revised scripts on her way to Blake's apartment during the 2024 Eras Tour breaks. This level of interference contradicts every public statement made by Taylor's camp over the last year. It suggests a shadow producer role that could have legal implications if the case proceeds to trial in May 2026. If the court finds that Taylor's influence was used to breach Baldoni's contract, the financial fallout could extend far beyond the movie's box office returns. According to PR experts, this is a classic case of a celebrity's brand being weaponized by their inner circle. Taylor's power is so immense that just being associated with her provides a level of protection that most people can't fight. But that same power makes her a target for legal discovery. The payout for Taylor is a hard lesson in the cost of high-profile loyalty. She licensed her music and offered her ear, and in return, she got a subpoena and a damaged reputation. This situation serves as a warning to other A-listers. Your private DMs are only one lawsuit away from becoming public evidence. The intersection of friendship and business in Hollywood has never looked more dangerous than it does in these unsealed PDF files. Looking at the timeline, it is clear that the distance between Taylor and Blake has been growing over a year, despite what the paparazzi photos suggested. While Blake liked an Instagram post celebrating Taylor's album, The Life of a Showgirl, recently, insiders suggest this was a one-sided attempt to keep up appearances. Blake reportedly stopped engaging with Taylor's major life updates, including her engagement announcement to Travis Kelce in August 2025. This Cold War in the middle of a legal firestorm shows that the dragon era of their friendship is officially over. The silence between them is now louder than any of the cheering they did at the Super Bowl. The summary of this situation is simple. Taylor Swift tried to be a supportive friend and ended up as a key witness in a complex legal battle that has divided Hollywood. The receipts show she was deeper in the strategy than anyone knew, and the public backlash proves that even the most loyal fans have a breaking point when it comes to perceived mean girl behavior. The final takeaway is that in the world of A-list fame, privacy is a luxury and loyalty is often just another form of currency. When that currency loses its value, even the strongest friendships are liquidated. Taylor's move to distance herself is a calculated attempt to return to the reputation-era tactics of silence and mystery. But with the texts already in the public domain, the cat is out of the bag. As the legal proceedings continue toward the May 18, 2026 trial date, Taylor seems determined to stay as far away from the courtroom as possible. She has changed her number, tightened her circle, and shifted her focus back to her own projects and her relationship with Travis. But with her private thoughts now part of the public record, the image of the innocent songwriter has been permanently replaced by the image of the wickedly smart strategist. The question remains whether Blake will try to pull Taylor back into the fray to save her own standing, or if the dragon has truly flown away for good. This entire saga reminds us that the personas we see on red carpets are often just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface, there are contracts, power plays, and a constant negotiation of status. Taylor Swift didn't get to be a billionaire by being naive, and these texts prove she knows exactly how to move the pieces on the board. However, this time, she may have underestimated how quickly those pieces can be turned against her. The transition from being the hero of the story to being viewed as the mastermind behind a professional takedown is a narrative shift that even she might struggle to control. According to sources close to the production of It Ends With Us, the atmosphere on set was already tense, but the knowledge that Taylor Swift was essentially acting as a remote consultant for one side created a massive power imbalance. This wasn't just two actors disagreeing, it was one actor bringing a nuclear weapon to a knife fight. The payout for the industry at large is a new scrutiny on how megastars use their influence to bypass traditional studio hierarchies. If Taylor can influence a film she isn't even in, what does that mean for the future of creative control in Hollywood? As we look toward the future, the fallout from this friendship breakup will likely echo through Taylor's future work. We've seen her turn betrayal into platinum records before, but this time, the betrayal is tied to legal documents and public testimony. The narrative is no longer about a boy who broke her heart, it's about a friend who leveraged her brand and a director who refused to back down. This is the new reality of the drama epidemic, where the receipts aren't just screenshots on Twitter, but evidence entered into federal court. Taylor's next move will be her most important one yet, as she tries to navigate the transition from pop icon to a woman who must defend her character against her own words. The legal teams for both Lively and Baldoni have declined to comment on the specific content of the leaked messages, citing the ongoing litigation. However, the silence from Taylor's camp speaks volumes. Usually quick to issue a cease and desist or a clarifying statement through People magazine, the lack of a definitive denial regarding the tone of the texts suggests that the documents are indeed authentic. This authenticity is what makes the situation so perilous for the Swift brand. It's hard to claim you were taken out of context when the context is a chronological log of your own digital conversations. In conclusion, the Taylor and Blake era appears to have ended not with a bang, but with a series of blue text bubbles. The lessons here are manifold. Don't put it in writing, don't use your friends as dragons, and never assume that a friendship is immune to the pressures of a multi-million-dollar business deal. Taylor is moving on, but the shadow of these texts will follow her into the 2026 award season and beyond. The public has seen behind the curtain, and while some like the view, others are finding it harder to sing along to the songs of a girl they no longer feel they truly know. If you want to see how this playbook has been used before and which other celebrities are currently caught in the crosshairs of Hollywood's most expensive legal battles, you need to check out our Fresh Celebrity Tea playlist. We've mapped out the entire history of these power dynamics so you can see exactly where this is heading next. Don't miss the deeper story behind the headlines, including our deep dive into the Reynolds Lively PR machine and how it finally hit a wall. Click the playlist now to stay ahead of the next big reveal.